Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. Let's look at this example together. We have he gave up smoking. Search with me for the verb in the sentence. The verb in the sentence is gave up. If you said that gave, you're wrong. Gave up here is a phrasal verb. In today's video, I'm going to explain to you what is a phrasal verb, how to use it in sentences, and give you some examples along with their meanings. And at the end, of course, I'm going to give you some sentences as examples. But before we start, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our uploads. And let's get started. Before I share with you some of these phrasal verbs and their meaning, let's look at these three examples. The first one, take off your shoes. The second example, her career took off. The third example, the plane took off. Let me know in the comment section down below what is the meaning of this phrasal verb in each sentence. Give me some synonyms that you know. Let's start first by the definition of a phrasal verb. A phrasal verb is a combination of a verb and preposition or an adverb. And this combination creates a whole new meaning, different from the original meaning of the verb. And let me share with you some key features of these phrasal verbs. First, the meaning. The meaning of these phrasal verbs is often not literal. Let me give you this example. We have, she ran into her friend. The literal meaning of this verb is that they crashed into each other. But the meaning, the real meaning of this phrasal verb is that they met by chance. The second feature is that there are phrasal verbs that are separable. For example, we have turn down. Let's look at this example together. We have turn down the music. Here, down, we can put it after the music. It becomes turn the music down. But there are other phrasal verbs that are not separable. For example, we have looks after. Let me give you this example. We have she looks after her brother. While using this phrasal verb, we can't change the place of the object. Here, her brother. We can say she looks her brother after. The meaning here is not correct. The first phrasal verb we have break down, and it means stop working, and we use it for a machine. Let me give you this example. My car broke down on the highway. Call off, and it means to cancel. For example, they called off the meeting. Carry on, it means to continue. For example, please carry on with your work. Come across, and it means to find by chance. For example, I came across an old photo. Cut down on, and here we used two, one adverb and one preposition. And this phrasal verb means to reduce. For example, you need to cut down on sugar. Fall apart, and it means to break into pieces. For example, the old book fell apart. Get along, and it means to have a good relationship with someone. For example, they get along well. We have also give up, and it means to quit. For example, he gave up smoking. Before I continue the video, I want to thank you all for subscribing, because now we have 500 subscribers. Thank you all so much for this milestone. And let's come back to the video. Hold on. It means to wait. For example, hold on, I'll be right back. Keep up with, and it means to stay at the same level with something else. For example, I can't keep up with the news anymore. Make up, and it means to invent a story. For example, he made up an excuse. Next we have pass out, and it means to faint. For example, she passed out from the heat. Put off, and it means to postpone something. For example, they put off the trip. Run out of, and it means to have no more left of something. For example, we ran out of milk. Turn down, and it means to reject. For example, he turned down the job offer. Bring up. This phrasal verb has two meanings. The first one is to mention something, and the second one is to raise a child. For example, she brought up a good point. Go through, and it means to experience something. For example, he went through a tough time. And finally, we have throw away, and it means to discard something. For example, don't throw away old books. So that was all for today. If you have any questions or something you want to add, don't forget to mention it in the comment section down below. And thank you for watching.